Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where many dream but few do. Many talk but few act. Many desire but few are willing to sacrifice. Everywhere you look, people are searching for success, for purpose, for meaning. They read books, attend seminars, watch videos, and fill their minds with knowledge. But when the time comes to take action, to step out of their comfort zone, to endure hardship, to persist when the world says quit, most will shrink back, because the truth is, not everyone is ready. Not everyone can handle the weight of responsibility, the burden of discipline, or the fire of trials. They want the reward, but not the struggle. They want the victory, but not the battle. And so, they remain where they are, trapped in the cycle of hesitation, fear, and mediocrity. But there is a different path, a path only a few will take, a path only the strong in spirit can endure. My friends, tonight I ask you, are you among the 1%? Are you truly ready? Because this journey is not for everyone. Many will set out on the journey, but only a few will reach the destination. Many will speak of their dreams, their ambitions, and their goals. But when the road becomes difficult, when the burden grows heavy, and when the obstacles seem insurmountable, most will falter. They will find excuses, they will look for an easier way, and they will convince themselves that it wasn't meant to be. This is why the path of the few is so different. It is not walked by those who seek comfort, but by those who are willing to endure discomfort. It is not chosen by those who fear failure, but by those who see failure as a teacher. It is not taken by those who need approval from the crowd, but by those who are willing to walk alone if necessary. The few understand that to become something greater, they must leave behind what is familiar. They must separate themselves from the noise of the world, from the opinions of those who do not understand, and from the distractions that keep others trapped in mediocrity. While the many are busy complaining, the few are working. While the many are waiting for the perfect moment, the few are stepping forward in faith. While the many quit at the first sign of difficulty, the few press on. This road is not glamorous, it is not lined with applause. It is often lonely, often painful, and often misunderstood. But those who walk it do not seek validation from others. They are fueled by a vision greater than themselves. They do not measure success by how easy the journey is, but by how much they have grown along the way. The few are tested in ways the many will never experience. They face setbacks that would make others give up. They endure criticism that would make others question themselves. They encounter moments of doubt, of exhaustion, of overwhelming pressure. Yet they continue forward, not because they are stronger than others, not because they are more talented, but because they have made a decision, no matter what comes, they will not turn back. And it is this decision that sets them apart. Not their background, not their resources, not their intelligence. It is their willingness to keep going when most would stop. The few are not afraid of failure because they understand that failure is only a step on the road to success. They are not afraid of pain because they know that pain is temporary, but the reward of perseverance is eternal. While the world moves in cycles of distraction, the few remain focused. While others are swayed by the opinions of the crowd, the few listen to a higher calling. They are not guided by fleeting emotions, but by unshakable conviction. They understand that if greatness were easy, everyone would have it. But it is not easy. It is not for the many. It is only for the few. Greatness comes at a price that very few are willing to pay. It is a cost that cannot be measured in mere dollars or material possession. It is a price that requires something far more valuable: your time, your energy, your heart, and often your very soul. To truly rise to greatness, you must first understand that it will demand more of you than you have ever given before. It will ask you to dig deeper into yourself than you ever thought possible. It will require you to push beyond your limits, to go beyond what is comfortable, beyond what is easy, and even beyond what you thought you could endure. This cost is not one that is paid once and forgotten. It is paid again and again, each and every day. The cost of greatness is not a one-time investment. It is a continual sacrifice, a constant commitment, a daily dedication. It will require you to wake up earlier, to work longer, to focus harder, and to give more than anyone else around you. While others are resting, while they are enjoying their fleeting moments of leisure, you will be working, refining your craft, and honing your skills. The cost of greatness is also a sacrifice of comfort. Comfort breeds complacency, and complacency suffocates the spirit of excellence. To rise above mediocrity, you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone time and time again. You must embrace discomfort, not as a burden, but as a necessary companion on your journey. Greatness does not reside in ease. It resides in the fire of challenge, in the struggle to overcome obstacles that seem impossible to face. It is only through the willingness to face discomfort, to endure hardships, and to stay in the fight when it would be easier to quit that you earn the right to claim greatness. The cost of greatness also demands that you face rejection. You will not always be understood. Not everyone will believe in you, and not everyone will support you. In fact, there will be times when you are criticized, ridiculed, and dismissed by those around you. The cost of greatness is a thick skin, a spirit that refuses to be crushed by the weight of others' doubts. You must be prepared for the loneliness that comes with standing apart from the crowd, for walking a path that only a few will dare to tread. The world may not always applaud you, but you must continue walking with conviction, knowing that the reward for your perseverance will be far greater than any applause. Furthermore, greatness demands discipline, the kind of discipline that is relentless and unwavering. This is not the type of discipline that comes in bursts of energy or fleeting motivation. It is the kind of discipline that you carry with you every day, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It is the discipline to keep going when the excitement fades and when the thrill of the beginning wears off. It is the discipline to stick to your commitments, to continue pursuing your goals with focus regardless of the obstacles that come your way. Greatness is not built on talent alone. It is built on consistent, disciplined effort, day in and day out. The cost of greatness is not for the faint of heart. It is a cost that requires sacrifice, not just of your time, but often of your personal desires, your comfort, and sometimes even relationships. To be great, you must be willing to put in the work that others are unwilling to do. You must make choices that will separate you from the crowd, and sometimes those choices will require you to walk away from things you hold dear. There will be moments when you must choose between what is easy and what is necessary, between the familiar and the unknown, between the immediate gratification of today and the lasting reward of tomorrow. Greatness will also demand that you rise above the noise of the world, above the distractions, the temptations, and the fleeting pleasures that so many chase after. You must be able to look beyond the surface, beyond the noise, and focus on the greater purpose that you are called to fulfill. The cost of greatness is a deep sense of purpose and a relentless focus on that purpose, regardless of the distractions that come your way. It is the ability to say no to what is good in order to say yes to what is best. As you walk the road to greatness, you will face days of doubt, days when the burden seems too heavy to bear, days when you question whether the price is worth it. But in those moments, remember, greatness is not a gift. It is earned. It is earned through the sweat of your brow, the persistence of your spirit, and the unwavering determination to stay the course, even when the road seems impossible. Faith and fear are two forces that pull at the heart of every person. On one side, faith speaks to your potential, to the belief that something greater exists beyond your current circumstances. Faith whispers that you are capable, that you can rise above, that there is a purpose for your life, far beyond what you can see. On the other side, fear is a constant companion that seeks to keep you small, to keep you safe within the confines of your comfort zone, to convince you that you are not enough, that you cannot succeed, and that the risks are too great. To walk the path of greatness, you must choose faith over fear, not just once, but over and over again. Every step you take forward in your journey will be a choice between these two forces. Faith will tell you to take the leap, to move forward even when the future is uncertain, to trust that the road will appear even though you cannot yet see it. Fear, on the other hand, will tell you to wait, to hesitate, to hold back, to make excuses and stay within the safety of what is known. The truth is, fear will always be there. It will rise up in the face of every challenge, every new venture, and every difficult decision. It will try to paralyze you, to convince you that the cost of trying is too high, the risk of failure too dangerous. It will tell you that the road ahead is filled with obstacles too difficult to overcome. Fear will present every worst-case scenario, every reason why you should stop, turn back, and give up. It will make the unknown seem like a monster lurking in the dark, ready to devour you at the first wrong move. But faith, my friends, is stronger than fear. Faith does not look at the obstacles, it looks at the possibilities. Faith does not measure the depth of the storm. It looks to the other side and believes that the storm will pass. Faith sees beyond the immediate challenges and holds on to the truth that every struggle is temporary and that there is something far greater waiting for those who endure. Faith requires that you trust in the unseen. It asks you to believe in what you cannot yet touch, taste, or comprehend. It is the belief that there is a higher purpose at work, even when the path ahead is unclear, even when the answers are not yet revealed. Faith calls you to step forward when you don't know what lies ahead, knowing that the journey will unfold as you take each step, that what is needed will be provided as you remain faithful to the process. In the face of fear, faith is the antidote. When fear tells you to shrink back, faith tells you to rise up. When fear tells you that you are not enough, faith reminds you that you were created for greatness, that you were designed to overcome every obstacle, to break every barrier, and to fulfill the purpose for which you were placed on this earth. Faith does not require you to have all the answers, to know the outcome, or to be certain of every step. It only requires that you trust, that you move forward with the belief that you are not walking this journey alone, that there is a divine purpose guiding your every step. But it is not always easy to choose faith. The pressure of fear is real. It can be overwhelming, consuming, and relentless. Fear will often disguise itself as caution, as practicality, or as wisdom. It will present itself as the voice of reason, trying to protect you from failure, from rejection, from pain. But the reality is, fear does not protect you, it limits you. Fear keeps you stuck in the same place, perpetually circling the same problems, unable to break free and move forward. It convinces you that if you don't play it safe, if you don't hold back, if you don't preserve what is familiar, then you will lose everything. But what you lose by giving in to fear is far greater than anything fear convinces you to hold on to. By choosing fear, you lose the chance to grow, to achieve, and to experience the fullness of life. You lose the opportunity to live in alignment with your true potential, to step into the person you were meant to be. Fear will keep you small, while faith will expand your vision and your capacity to live boldly and courageously. Choosing faith over fear requires courage. It requires that you face your fears head-on and do what you are called to do, even when your heart races, your palms sweat, and your mind tries to talk you out of it. It requires that you act in spite of fear, that you push through the discomfort, and that you keep going even when the way seems unclear. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to press forward in spite of it. When you choose faith over fear, you are choosing to believe in something greater than yourself. You are choosing to trust in the unseen, to walk by conviction, and to step into the unknown with the confidence that you are being guided towards something meaningful. Faith over fear is the choice to believe that, no matter what happens, you are exactly where you are meant to be. It is the decision to act in faith, knowing that even when you stumble, even when you fall, you will rise again. In the journey toward greatness, there comes a time when the true strength of your character will be tested. This test is not one of intellect, not of talent, nor of sheer willpower. It is a test of the heart, a test of what is truly inside you, the very core of your being. It is a test that no one can avoid if they are to walk the path of greatness. The testing of the heart is a refining process. It is not something that happens all at once, but occurs in stages through experiences, challenges, and decisions that force you to confront who you really are. You see, what lies deep within the heart is often hidden from the world. But in moments of trial, what is inside will rise to the surface. The pressure, the heat, the struggle, all of these bring what is concealed into the light. And it is in these moments that the heart is tested, shaped, and purified. What is your heart made of? Is it strong enough to endure the storms ahead? Can it withstand the weight of disappointment, rejection, failure, and heartbreak? Too often, people fail the test of the heart because when these difficult moments arrive, they crumble under the pressure. They allow themselves to be consumed by frustration, anger, or bitterness. They retreat, they quit, or they become hardened to the world around them. But true greatness is born out of a heart that refuses to break under pressure. It is forged in the fires of adversity, in the moments when everything seems lost, yet you continue to press forward, believing that there is more ahead. The test of the heart is a test of resilience. How long can you endure? How many times will you stand back up after being knocked down? How will you respond when you are misunderstood, when others betray you, or when your dreams seem too far out of reach? It is easy to remain steadfast when everything is going well, when you are being praised, when success comes easily, when people cheer you on. It feels natural to keep going. But the real test comes when no one is watching, when the applause fades away, when the doors close, and when the road becomes dark and uncertain. It is in these moments that your heart is truly revealed. It is in the trials that you learn whether your faith is real, whether your commitment is strong, and whether you are willing to continue the fight despite the challenges. The testing of the heart also involves confronting your own weaknesses. It involves facing the parts of yourself that you would rather not acknowledge. It is easy to point out the flaws in others, but the real challenge comes when you must look inward, when you must deal with your own fears, insecurities, and flaws. It is a painful process to face the truth about yourself. It is uncomfortable to confront your own shortcomings, but this is the path to growth. Without this honesty, without this self-awareness, you cannot move forward. The heart must be purified of pride, of ego, and of selfishness. It must be made humble so that it can be filled with the qualities necessary for true greatness. qualities like patience, compassion, integrity, and perseverance. Another critical aspect of the testing of the heart is forgiveness. When others wrong you, when you are hurt, betrayed, or treated unfairly, how will you respond? Will you allow your heart to grow cold with bitterness, or will you find the strength to forgive? The ability to forgive is one of the greatest tests of the heart. It is a test of character, of maturity, and of strength. Forgiveness is not for the one who wronged you, it is for you. It is a freeing of the heart from the chains of resentment, allowing you to move forward without the weight of anger and pain holding you back. Those who cannot forgive are unable to fully step into their greatness because their hearts remain bound by the past. But those who can forgive are free to rise above, to transcend the hurts and move forward with purpose and clarity. The test of the heart also involves humility. The more you grow, the more success you experience, the more you must guard against the temptation of pride. As you rise to greater heights, it is easy to become intoxicated by your own achievements. But a heart that is truly great remains humble. It recognizes that its success is not of its own making, but is the result of countless factors. Help from others, timing, luck, opportunities, and divine intervention. The great heart knows that it has not reached the top alone, and that there is always more to learn, more to give, and more to grow into. Humility keeps the heart soft, keeps it open to others, and prevents it from becoming hard and self-serving. The testing of the heart also teaches you how to persevere. It is one thing to begin with passion and enthusiasm, but true perseverance comes when that passion fades, when you are no longer motivated by the excitement of the start, and when you are left with nothing but the quiet, steady determination to keep going. The test of the heart asks, will you quit when things get difficult? Will you walk away when the rewards are not immediate? Or will you stay the course, trusting that each step forward is one step closer to your purpose, regardless of how long the journey may seem? Finally, the testing of the heart involves learning how to love. True greatness is not achieved in isolation. It is found in connection, in the relationships you build with others, the lives you touch, and the love you give and receive. A heart that is great is a heart that loves freely and fully. It loves others without conditions, without fear of rejection, and without expectations. It gives love not because it expects something in return, but because love is the greatest force that shapes the world. The test of the heart is not easy, but it is necessary. Without it, you cannot grow. Without it, you cannot become the person you are meant to be. Every trial, every challenge, every setback is a test that sharpens and refines your heart. It prepares you for the greatness that is ahead, for the purpose that you are destined to fulfill. And it is only when your heart has been tested, when it has been purified and shaped through fire, that it will be able to carry the weight of greatness. To be chosen is a blessing, but it is also a responsibility, one that is often misunderstood by those who have not yet walked the path. Many may envy the chosen, seeing the rewards they reap, the success they attain, and the recognition they receive. But what they fail to see is the price that was paid to earn those rewards. The chosen are not the ones who took the easy path, the ones who followed the crowd, or the ones who waited for things to come to them. No, the chosen are those who walked a hard, lonely, and sometimes painful road, and it is that journey that qualifies them for the reward. The reward for the chosen is not instant. It is not a prize that comes without effort or sacrifice. It is earned step by step through dedication, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to a greater purpose. The chosen must face trials and tribulations that others may never experience. They must endure moments of doubt, of failure, and of hardship that would break lesser individuals. And it is through these trials, through the breaking and the rebuilding, that they are forged into something greater than they could have ever imagined. The reward for the chosen is not just a material one. It is not about wealth, fame, or recognition. These things are fleeting, temporary, and ultimately unsatisfying. The reward for the chosen lies in the transformation that takes place within them. The chosen are those who have experienced the deepest of struggles and emerged stronger, wiser, and more grounded. They have been refined in the fire of adversity, and it is this inner strength that is their true reward. Their hearts are purer, their vision is clearer, and their purpose is more defined. But the reward for the chosen goes beyond personal transformation. It is also a reward that impacts the world around them. The chosen are those who are meant to make a difference, to leave a legacy, and to change the lives of others. Their reward is not just what they gain for themselves, but what they give to others. It is in their ability to inspire, to uplift, to lead, and to bring hope to those who are lost. The chosen carry with them the responsibility to lift others up, to guide those who are still searching, and to be a beacon of light in a dark world. To be chosen is to be called to something greater than yourself. It means that you have been selected for a mission, a purpose that requires you to rise above your own limitations and become the person you were always meant to be. This is not a path for the faint of heart, for those who are not willing to sacrifice, or for those who are afraid of failure. The chosen are those who are willing to take the risks, to make the sacrifices, and to do what is necessary, regardless of the cost. The reward for the chosen is also the strength to persevere when others give up. The chosen are not immune to failure. In fact, they face it more often than most. But where others may crumble under the weight of defeat, the chosen find the strength to rise again. They understand that failure is not the end of the journey. It is simply a stepping stone on the path to greatness. The reward is the ability to keep moving forward, to maintain faith in yourself and your purpose, even when the road is long and difficult. The chosen are also those who experience the joy of fulfillment. They understand that the true reward is not in the accolades or the applause, but in knowing that they have lived their lives with purpose, integrity, and passion. The chosen do not live for the praise of others or the approval of the crowd. They live for the satisfaction of knowing that they have fulfilled their calling, that they have given their all, and that they have made an impact in the lives of others. But the reward for the chosen is not without its burdens. With the privilege of being chosen comes the weight of responsibility. The chosen are expected to lead, to guide, and to serve. They are the ones who are called to stand in the gap, to fight for what is right, and to speak the truth when others are afraid to do so. They cannot afford to be complacent, to remain passive, or to ignore the call of their purpose. The reward is not an easy life. It is a life of service, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to something greater than oneself. Moreover, the reward for the chosen is often misunderstood by those who have not yet walked the same path. The world may not recognize your struggles, may not understand your sacrifices, and may not see the depth of the work you have done to earn your place. The chosen often face isolation, loneliness, and rejection because their journey is not one that most people can understand. But even in the midst of this, they continue, knowing that the true reward is not the approval of others, but the fulfillment of their calling. The reward is found in the peace that comes from knowing that you are walking the path you are meant to walk, regardless of whether others can see or appreciate it. The chosen also experience a profound sense of purpose. They do not wander aimlessly, searching for meaning in the world. Instead, they know exactly why they are here and what they are meant to do. This sense of purpose gives them the strength to endure hardships and the clarity to make difficult decisions. It helps them stay focused on the bigger picture, even when the challenges seem insurmountable. The reward for the chosen is a life lived with intention and meaning, a life that is aligned with their true calling. Finally, the reward for the chosen is the legacy they leave behind. While fame and fortune may fade, the impact that the chosen have on the lives of others lasts forever. The chosen are those who inspire others to rise to their potential, who spark change, and who leave a mark on the world that cannot be erased. Their reward is not found in what they accumulate for themselves, but in what they give to others. It is in the lives they touch, the people they inspire, and the world they help to transform. The true reward for the chosen is a legacy that continues to live long after they are gone, a legacy that echoes in the hearts and minds of those they have influenced. The reward for the chosen is not a simple prize. It is a transformation of character, a fulfillment of purpose, and a legacy that extends far beyond one's own lifetime. It is earned through trials, through sacrifice, and through unwavering dedication to a mission greater than oneself. The path of the chosen is not for the faint-hearted, but for those who understand that true greatness is not achieved by avoiding challenges, but by overcoming them. The reward is not just the personal growth and success that comes with the journey, but the impact made on the lives of others, the change sparked in the world, and the legacy left behind. To be chosen is to be called to something extraordinary. And though the journey is difficult, the reward is far beyond anything that can be measured in material terms. It is a reward that fills the heart with purpose, strength, and fulfillment, knowing that you have answered the call and walked the path that was meant for you.